Hi friends, hope you are doing great. Today we are going to see this demo, explore and create reports with Data Studio. In this demo we are going to launch Data Studio, create and manipulate a report, and finally we are going to create a, so I am opening that Google Cloud Console, click next. So finally we are going to create an interactive filter for our report. So I am entering the password, so just click show password and I'm clicking next, just click accept. Okay, so now it is opening now. So Google Cloud Console, I am selecting my correct quick lab link student. Yeah, this is my correct one. I am closing unwanted. Okay, so now I have selected the correct lab. Now terms of conditions, terms of services, I agree. Just click continue. Now it is coming like that only, friends. Now next step, I'm opening the dashboard. So now this is my project ID. So I'm selecting my project ID, just finding my project ID. So this is my project ID, right? I'm selecting my correct project ID, quick lab project ID. Now we need to do this launch Data Studio and create a blank report. So I'm clicking this Google Data Studio, and here we need to select the correct one. Okay, so now what we need to means we need to click blank report. So we need to click blank report, and we need to select the country. So we need to select the country. So I am selecting my country, India. I am selecting my country, India. Okay, so I'm selecting my country and XYZ. I am putting my company name, and I agree to the Data Studio terms. So tips and recommendations, I am putting no, no, no. So I am not going to do anything, and click continue. Next we need to click again blank report. Just click it again, blank report. And next we need to select the connector BigQuery and click authorize. Click authorize. Yes, now we need to go to the shared project, click shared project and click quick labs GCP, our project, and here we need to update the project name. Sorry. So we need to copy the project name from here. So project name data to insights, just copy it and put it here, project ID, enter the project ID. So it is coming, and here we need to select the e-commerce. So sorry, I have clicked it so we need to select it only, friends. So just click it, and it will right side, it will come table name. So we need to select the table name, I think sales report. Okay, we need to select the sales report. Then we need to, I'm closing that unwanted. Okay, sorry. Now we need to click that add again. Okay, now next we need to click add again, sales report, then click add. So it's showing like that only, then click add to report. Now you can see, friends, box it came now. So we have done it correctly. Data set we have selected e-commerce, and table sales report we have done up to ninth step. Okay, the preview of the available fields we can add to the report opens. Now we are moving on next step, 11th one. So next step, under available fields click on ratio. So now click on ratio and drag it into the dimension section. So just click and drag, friends, that's it. Just click and drag, put it on an add dimension. I have put it wrongly, I guess. Okay, I am putting control X again. Now I am putting control Y, command Y. Command if you are using Mac, command Y, or else if you are using Windows, you just use control. So control Y, so it came again. Now I am doing it again, friends. Just drag it, that's it. Put it to that add dimension. Okay. Okay, now we have done it, and next scroll down to the type area and use the drop down. Now I am going to we need to click 123 into that dimension ratio here only. So we need to use the drop down menu to select numeric percent. So how to do that? So they have clearly mentioned 123. Just click it here and select it, type numeric, and we need to select percent. That's it. You can see left side ratio, it is coming percentage. Now we have done it. Now I'm going to check my progress. We have successfully launched the Data Studio and create a blank report. So now I'm going to check it, friends. So check my progress. I'm going to check my progress whether we have completed correctly or not. We have done it correctly. Now we are going to create a report. Now add some visuals and interactive filters for our report users. Add a report title and page title. Just copy this e-commerce product operation report, and we need to replace with this untitled report. Just that's it. And in the reporting menu, so we are going to click the text icon. So not this one, here text, just click it and click it here also in the blank document. So here we need to select this product inventory watch list and put it here, and we can change the font size now. So I am going to change the font size to 32 pixel, so 32 px, sorry, not pixel, 32 px. So here I'm putting some red color, and yes, I'm trying to change the color, and font size I'm changing to 32 px. So it came now. Left side you can see, friends. Now next step, create a table, data table. From the menu bar, select insert table. So click insert table, and you can wherever drag it. So I am putting it here. And next step, in the new data style panel that opens, specify the following data type. If the product SKU it's not present, we need to add it. It's not present in dimension section, click product from the available fields and drag it to the add dimension field. So just product SKU, just copying from the available fields, I am putting into the dimensions. Now we can see in the left side it came. In the metric section, we need to remove the record count. So record count, it is not available, so no need to worry. Then move on, next step, add stock level to the metric area. So stock level, we need to add it under the metric. Just click and drag it, that's it. So you need to put into the add metric plus symbol, then only it will be correct. Drag ratio to add it to a new metric. So just drag the ratio and put it into that add metric. So just put it here, it came now. Fine, great. Now drag restocking lead time. So I am copying this restocking lead time and put it in here. Now next step, in the sort field, click on the product SKU and choose ratio from the drop down menu for the new sort field. So I am going to do that. So before that, I am going to drag this, friends. So just drag it. Clearly we need to view the serial number and name, product and total order, stock level, ratio, and the restocking lead time. So just click and drag. So it's simple only, friends. As if you are using spreadsheet, then it will be great for you. I mean, previously if you are using spreadsheet, same thing like that only. So I am doing it for that. I have done it. Then specify descending. So next step, I am clicking it here under the product SKU, and you can see the ratio, and click it here, ratio, in the top of that column header, just click it. So it is coming in the descending order. Specify, you have done it. At the top of the panel, click the style tab. So style tab, so where is it? Here only, just click it, style tab, and next under the table header we need to select. So it is coming, so I am selecting it here because it should be descending order, right? Okay, so style, go to the style tab, and we need to, under the table header, we need to select the wrap text. So I have selected wrap text, and next, manually adjust the widths of the table columns. Confirm your report looks visually similar to the report below. So just click it here, and we need to cross verify it whether we are getting the correct output results or not, like this. So I am removing this name, friends, because no need, right? Removing the name, and the ratio again it is showing, it should come descending order. So if you are seeing 1 2 3 4 columns, it is coming product SKU, stock level, ratio, restocking. So unwantedly total order added, so no need to worry. So I am leaving it because it's correct only, no need to worry. So total order already added, so I am removing it. So if you see now, it is correct, 4 columns, product SKU, stock level, and ratio, restocking, lead time. So it's correct only, friends. Then there are 450 rows, 454 only. Okay, now we are going to create an interactive filter. Click on your data table. Yeah, we are in the data table only, data table, and under the available fields, click on the name and drag it to the dimension section above the product SKU. Just copy this, drag this name and put it into the dimension. So if you are seeing left side name, it came now. And similarly, we need to drag the total order now. So total order, and put it in the metric. Add before that restocking, right? Restocking lead time. Now upper right, select the view button to preview your report. So now we have done it. So before that, I am going to put descending order ratio. I have done it. Now if you are clicking the view, it is coming correct only. before that we need to do something, friends, because the name is not coming clearly, right? So I'm editing it and I'm editing it. So again, some alteration I'm doing it, that's it. So ordering it, that's it, I'm doing some ordering. So we should, it should visible, right? So that's what I'm putting it. Now I'm clicking it ratio. Now I'm, if you are seeing now, the result is coming like that only. Name, product SKU, stock level, ratio, restocking lead time, total order. So if you are seeing stock level, it is coming third, okay. Ratio, it is coming fourth, and total order, it is coming next one. So total order, it should come last, and the restocking lead time, it should come left side. We need to move it. So total, there are 454 rows. Android infant. Okay. So name we can see correct only, verified. Just click it. How to do that? So edit. Just click edit and click the table. Here we need to click it. Then only it will come. Now just I am changing that order. That's it. So as per the documentation, it looks now. The header I can change it now. I have, and the ratio I put it descending order now. So it is coming correctly, friends, now. So now I am going to view it now. Now you can see it is coming correctly, friends. So as per our the product inventory watch list in the quick lab documentation. So we have done this demo. We have successfully created a basic report in Google Data Studio. Continue exploring new chat types and connect to an additional data source for richer, more visual reporting. So thanks a lot, friends. Have a great day. If you are not subscribed my YouTube channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel, so that it will motivate me to upload more videos about the Google Cloud Platform demos. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye bye.